We're going to work on a personalized financial freedom plan for you, because the most important person in this room is you. There is some phenomenal investors in this room this weekend, and I would encourage you to get to know people you don't know in this room. Then we're going to spend a couple hours on the financial calculator. So you received the financial calculator at the door. If not, we'll get you one. But Clyde and I both fundamentally believe it is one of the most critical financial tools you will use. And the wealth process begins up here. It's our thoughts. The wealth process always begins with our thoughts. Okay? And then those thoughts help drive some choices. And I'm going to talk quite a bit this weekend about choices.
And in my opinion, this class should be mandatory for anybody to get out of the public school system. These are basics. It's an absolute wonderful class. I'm so glad my daughter got this stuff while she's young. I didn't get it till I was in my 40s. Gary and Clyde are two of my favorite instructors, and I highly recommend this class. I sent a lot of people here. I said, I'm not suggesting, I'm requiring it.
And what I have found, if you really study wealthy people, they think the majority of the time about the future. Wealthy people think the majority of time about the future. And thinking about the future impacts our present.
I was told by a lot of investors that I highly respect that this is one of the best seminars that you can possibly go to. It's an absolute must attend. And I have to say I agree. I come from a financial background, so I understood a lot of the principles separately and individually. But this weekend really kind of tied them all together for me and really drove them home. I wish that my parents or somebody would have taken me to this 20 years ago. It would have made a substantial difference in where I am today.
Would you rather have $1 million, or would you rather have $1 million invested at 12% with monthly cash flow? Some people would take the $1 million, some people would take 12%. So we're going to talk about this concept, but here's another question that I would like you to consider journaling this weekend. Would you like the money, or would you like the cash flow? Then I met this character. And he is a character with a capital C. And if you have not met Clyde again, I cannot encourage you enough to spend some time with this guy. And I was doing pretty well financially when I met Clyde, and I knew how to run a financial calculator. Clyde and I met at a seminar just like this. And he cornered me one night at the hotel with a couple of other really good friends of ours and ran me through the ringer on the calculator. And he was shocked that some kid from Idaho could run the calculator, so he kept trying to break me, and we went late into the night. But here's the thing, I could run the calculator and get the answers, but I didn't understand fully what it meant.
Suppose you were making a payment, the obligation was $1,000 a month. And if you could possibly negotiate a 10% discount, if you could pay them 1 year ahead of time. And I tell them I want my payments due on the 20th of each month. So by the 10th of January, this is a big benefit for you, sir. If I can pay you by the 10th of January, a payment of the next 12 months, I'm paying you 10 days early for January's payment, and I'll pay you the other 11 months of the year right here today if you just give me a 10% discount. And if that happened, you pay that 12-month obligation, you're earning a 19.91% return on the money you prepaid the year for.
And so what is the yield on that? So the yield on this one is 19.91.
Now let me tell you something. It matters not if the payment was $300 a month or $500 or $1,000 or $2,000 or $5,000. If you earn that 10% discount, it's the same arithmetic. 19.91 discount yield on your money that you paid out. However, that's really a lie.
So again, it's the AMRT key, which is under the FV key. So see right under the future value key in orange it says AMORT, okay? That's the key. And again, we get to that with a shift amort, okay? So the default is always 1 year's worth of data, okay? So if you do that right now, okay, you can just hit Shift FV or the amort key, and you should see on your screen, it'll say 1 through 12.
I learned so many things that I didn't know, how much money I was leaving on the table in deals, as well as just how to tighten up my budget and gaps that we're just totally missing, and ways in which we can save money, make more money, and bring more deals to the table, and be much more financially free. So Clive and Gary, thank you very much. It was totally worth it, and I'm looking forward to the next one.
So when I set out to be financially free, I figured it was going to take me X number of years. I did it much faster. And I can't explain it, and everybody that I've talked to that's done it agrees with this. It just happens faster. So if you'll start down that path, it may seem like it's going to take 10 years, but don't be shocked if it's only 8. Okay? Again, it's probably not going to be 6 months, right? I warned you at the beginning, this is not how to make $1 million in 6 months. That's not Clyde and I's program, right? But you are going to get there faster than you think.